American Black Queens proving why nobody likes them, Part 2.
I've been married for more than 15 years.
Congratulations.
I have been in a side relationship that my husband recently found out about. How can I convince my husband to let me keep the side dude?
You know how I know good men exist? Because Cassie's husband, Alex Fine, exists.
He is not your last chance at love. He does not hold the key to your best future. The man who fathered your child is just that. The man who fathered your child. Visit leaveyourbabydaddy.com for your guide to freedom.
Because some of these hearts that you broken was God's daughters. Yeah, they were his daughters. There were women that he were really fond of. And now it's time for you to suffer the consequences.
Anybody remember R&B music from the early to mid 2000s? We had Lloyd, Mario, The Dream, Pretty Ricky, and everybody was jamming to that T-Pain. This was the era that men created to worship women to correct the 90s rap era. Trickin' was made acceptable, and I'm Sprung was a smash hit about a man proud to be a simp. Black men praising black women in music was so popular that even actors like Jamie Foxx had a nice run. Now let me ask you this question. What era of music were black women praising black men?
I don't know, man.
Was it the I Need a Hot Boy era, or was it Beyonce's Soldier era, or was it the era where Sierra loved nothing but thugs?
Bruh.
Sensational.
When did these black women ever uplift the non-street, straight and narrow black men? And I didn't say name a song, I said when was the era? Black women and the men they love played out the agenda of the people Kanye proved you can't criticize, and created a culture where good black men are willing to jump in the streets because that's the only way you get first dibs on women like Sierra. We grew up watching the quiet girl that made straight A's that never got in trouble in high school get in the car with a grown-ass man that spoke dangerous sign language. And now that the community is baby mama'd up, these metaphorical Sierras all want a Russell Wilson. But I'ma let these Jezebels expose why proper men ain't dealing with they black asses in America.
Woo! Wow.
But before we start the show, I'ma need y'all to hit the notification bell, subscribe, and like the damn video.
Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, get it, get it, get it, get it.
Y'all, Cassie's husband is the definition of unconditional love.
Hey, wait a minute, that's not true.
And I love that for her.
You know how I know good men exist? Because Cassie's husband, Alex Fine, exists.
Beta!
Because Sierra's husband, Russell Wilson, exists.
Beta male!
Cassie's husband, Alex, that man ain't nothing. He ain't got nothing but God pumping through his veins.
Holy crap, here comes Jesus, and he doesn't look too happy.
Like, truly an angel, you know.
May all my girlies find a love that resembles the love that Alex Fine has for Cassie. Like, what a beautiful demonstration of what it means to be loved fully and fearlessly and unapologetically.
First thing y'all think of is, oh, what's her husband gonna feel? That's because too much of y'all manhood is tied to y'all ego. A lot of y'all not ready to help your girl carry her baggage.
Amen.
Somebody go check on Alex. Somebody go check on Alex. I mean, to have to sit through this court case and hear all of those horrible things that your wife had to endure. But the worst part is listening to somebody say they urinated in your wife's mouth.
Come over here, give me a little kissy.
Wanna know why all those black women were praising Cassie's husband?
Actually, don't tell me. Okay, just tell me real quick.
Because they the worst women in human history, that's why. Fact. When these women's value is at its highest, they celebrate the thugs. But when they crash theyself out dealing with those thugs, they celebrate the simps. Black Jezebels have collectively created a system where only the weak, conformist, beta male men get to procreate. We all know that thugs are the biggest simps because they most likely to go to war over some chick. And they also the weakest man, strong enough to bust both ways, but too weak to be a father. And this is who these black women to choose while actively avoiding a good dude so they can maintain the shame of the community and blame proper men like me and you. And this is why I say they the worst women in human history and the most racist weapons ever created by the American government, and I stand on that.
That's right, I said it.
I don't care if YouTube demonetized this video. Slavery is the only thing that separated more families than the American black woman.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Y'all need to get this new book, Sprinkle Sprinkle. It's called Too Pretty to Pay Bills by Shira 7.
Thank you. And I am the author of A White Man's
What did you say?
I am the author of A White Man's available on Amazon.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
A White Man's 304. I wonder if that's the book that Cassie read.
That's not funny, Proctor. No, sir.
He is not your last chance at love. He does not hold the key to your best future. The man who fathered your child is just that. The man who fathered your child. Visit LeaveYourBabyDaddy.com for your guide to freedom.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
For all y'all that's gonna give me some pushback for me saying that these women are the most racist weapons ever created by the government, and on the side of the people that Kanye West proved you can't criticize, answer this question. When was the last time a celebrity, Becky, Chun-Li, Princess Jasmine, or Maria became a baby mama, not a wife, and broke up with her non-black man, and then it went viral?
Well, we're waiting.
And you mean to tell me that a racist agenda ain't being pushed? Ever since third wave feminism, we have been 13% of the population and have not grown 1% in 60 years. And you don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Meanwhile,
Fellas, you know why this feels like an ambush and why it feels like women aren't taking accountability? It's because women did take accountability.
Stop the cap.
But it looked different. Wow! Their accountability was raising them kids. Their accountability was dealing with that pain that you caused.
That you caused.
Who you talking about, Queen?
The corny kid, right?
No, it couldn't have been the corny kid. It had to be the dude that wasn't lame until you had his baby.
Gotcha, bitch.
Their accountability was laying prostrate on the ground, crying out to God.
By God, you mean the devil?
And working with him, praying to him and asking him to relieve them of that pain and that trauma that you caused.
That you caused.
Oh, you mean what happens when you don't understand your value as a woman because you was raised by a 304 and you gave your 15 minutes away to a real ninja over a proper man just like your mama did, and it didn't work out for you? So you hop on TikTok and make a video about taking accountability without taking accountability, and you blame everyone else.
Yeah, the accountability was working the 2 and 3 jobs to take care of the kids that you helped her create, but that you abandoned.
Oh, now you pushing the racist stereotype that black men aren't active fathers in their children's lives when the contrary is true. But the weak men you choose is the one that you use to try to represent us all, and all you did was prove the title of this video, Why Nobody Likes You.
He cold.
Yeah, The accountability was her going to therapy and possibly being put on medication so she can remain calm and have a clear mind. That was the accountability. You didn't have no, you see, your accountability comes later. Because those who are last shall be first, and those who are first shall be last. So your accountability came later when you thought you got off scot-free. This is what's happening. I'm explaining to you what's happening. This is what's happening. Yeah. See, this is why you have to be careful of how you treat people. And you have to know who it is that you're dealing with. Because some of these hearts that you broken was God's daughters.
And by God, she means the devil.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, they were his daughters. There were women that he were really fond of. And now,
it's time for you to suffer the consequences.
I told you.
I just told you.
I told you.
You ain't tell me shit.
Jezebel will twist the word of God to fit her agenda, and in the end, she will be eaten by dogs. And what do these women call the men they choose after those men do them dirty? Dogs.
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
No. But wait! There's more!
Atlanta mother is grieving as her son is on the run, accused of killing her husband.
Newton County deputies say 41-year-old David Gay was shot and killed by his stepson in the family home last evening. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor just talked with the wife of the victim, who is also the mother of the suspect. A lot to take in for this woman. Angelique.
Good afternoon to you both. This Newton County mother is an emotional wreck. She clearly says she loves her husband, who was just last night, but tonight her plea is to her son, who is accused of and on the run. She says she wants him to turn himself in. Now, we just talked with her minutes ago. Take a listen.
Please turn yourself in. This is the ultimate breaking for me.
Wait a minute. This woman's name is Kenethia. Her mama named her Kenethia.
And I cannot. I said I couldn't lose another child. And I lost my husband. And now I really can't lose another child.
Keep this in mind. One child is in the grave, and the child in question is about to spend the rest of his life in the system. And finally, a single mother saving fugazi simp lost his life trying to love those kids like they his own.
It's a horrible situation. It don't even discourage you, do it. You stupid. You stupid.
David loved you. He loved me. He loved Kennedy, and he loved his family. He loved like you guys were his own. So if you see this, or if anybody sees this who has any information or who can contact Jaden, please let him know that I love him.
Now, Newton County deputies confirm both Gay and Daniel lived in the same house together on Avery Drive in Covington. Deputies say Daniel opened fire on his stepfather last night, then fled the scene in his stepfather's Cadillac Escalade. Now, they found that Escalade at a nearby park, Denny Dobbs Park, but Daniel was nowhere to be found. Now, his mom says after losing one son last year to and gun violence, and that was Kendarius Spear.
Kenethia named that boy Kendarius. I wonder if their grandmother's name was Kenivin.
Stop him!
And this is why we 13% of the population, and this is what's causing black fatigue. After this single mother saving fugazi simp is buried with his clown shoes, Kenethia will find another court jester to play the fool in her generational cycle of black destruction.
Singer, rapper Tory Lanez
convicted of shooting performer Megan Thee Stallion after a party at the Hollywood Hills home of Kylie Jenner. Here's the story. They're at the party. After the party, they get into an argument. Lanez tells Megan Thee Stallion, dance, and shoots at her feet like a cowboy movie, hits her. Proof? Testimony of Megan Thee Stallion, her friend Kelsey Harris, and DNA evidence on the weapon that convinced jurors to convict. Pretty simple, right? Maybe not. Turns out that DNA, only a 0.01% chance that the DNA is from Lanez. He's always maintained his innocence. He was sentenced to 10 years, so this is really about the testimony. Lanez, so what happens? So he goes away, recently stabbed 14 times in prison. Many say it was a hit, okay? Because new evidence is about to come out. All right, a little conspiratorial, but he was definitely stabbed. Lanez supporters believe that the media doesn't care because Megan Thee Stallion is represented by Jay-Z's Rock Nation. Now, I could give a damn about Jay-Z or his company. This just wasn't a case on my radar until now. Why? Anna Paulina Luna. She is a representative from Florida. You see her here on a regular basis. She says she's got new evidence, says it wasn't him. And she joins us now. Representative APL, it's good to have you.
Thanks, Chris. Happy to be back on. And thanks for taking a look at this case.
Out of all the black women in politics, how come it took a politician that's a married Maria to get the black man Tory Lanez out of jail?
I don't know. Please don't ask me that. My stomach hurt.
But the Queens wanted to vote for a politician whose entire career was keeping the black man in jail.
That's correct.
Megan's fans, Black Jezebels, was rumored to have started a GoFundMe and was putting money in this GoFundMe to fund the attacker of Tory Lanez before GoFundMe took it down. I'm going to assume that that's just fake news, but what is true is that Becky and Maria will come to the aid of a seemingly innocent black man. Meanwhile, the black lesbians that started Black Lives Matter, funded by the people Kanye proved you can't criticize, profited off of black men's destruction.
Damn.
So I've been married for more than 15 years.
Congratulations.
I have been in a side relationship that my husband recently found out about. How can I convince my husband to let me keep the side dude?
She belongs to the streets. A refrigerator that's a married 304 gets on a podcast to ask how she can disrespect her husband even more. Woo! This is why married black couples work about as often as McDonald's ice cream machine. Have y'all noticed that these algorithms will push this effery non-stop? When have you seen the algorithm push the dating effery of other communities? Black women do not mind getting behind a con man like Ace Metaphor and helping his platform take off. And they wonder why black men ain't making love songs like we used to. Maybe it's because we found out that you never liked us in the first place and you behind the agenda to ensure that no one else will either. But hold up. Baller alert! Shout out to my guy, Jay's Randomness, for the $100 Cash App.
No one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable.
Winner takes a 3-2 lead in this opening round series. Morant.
Man, I appreciate everyone that supports the channel. Stay tuned for part 3 of this effery. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'ma holla at y'all next time.
Okay, so this is something that I honestly been pondering on actually for a few years now. I remember what the Bible said about women and you know, like the evil spirit, what the Bible says about the Jezebel spirit and, you know, things I see that women do, things I know and heard that women do, the paternity issue, how these women lay next to a man for years, looking a kid in the eyes for years, knowing there's no relation, how good men get stoned out, how kids are just used for a check. I've come to the conclusion that I think women are just pure evil. Like, I really think women are just pure evil. Women are naturally evil beings, I believe. And only a woman who's honest about our natural nature of being deceptive can change it. Like, for example, I know that naturally there's a selfish, gimme, 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 I want that type of way about me. So, about people, period, but especially women. So if you can't be honest and say that that's in there, then you can't deal with it and address it. And so I've noticed that the women who say they're the dopest, they're the this, they're the that, are usually the worst, because you have to acknowledge the beast in you in order to tame it. And so I really just think most women are naturally evil, period. I just think they're evil. And not even just how they deal with men and kids makes them evil, but how they deal with each other. Women are so jealous, deceptive, conniving. Like, you can just feel the evil when you are in the presence of certain women. You can walk in a room and you just feel the daggers. You just feel that demonic spirit. Women are evil. I don't care what nobody say. Women are untrustworthy, deceitful, demonic beings. I said what I said.